Hello, my awesome Aries, and welcome to your weekly energy reading. This is for this weekend and next week. So please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out the other readings on my channel, please do so. If you enjoy this, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. I would greatly appreciate it, and it helps me grow my channel. Also, I do have an Etsy shop now, and a couple of the products featured are a cup and a candle that feature Zodiac signs. So you can check that out. I'll put the link in the description below and choose your sign. And if you'd like that, you can order those. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here, shall we? Alrighty. So we've got lots going on with us coming out of Mercury retrograde and movements here that are causing people new opportunities and emotions and all kinds of good stuff for us lovely Aries. So let's see what we got to start with. We have King of Wands. So I see fiery hot opportunities coming in for us, okay? And I feel like this could be, depending on what resonates with you, this could be fiery hot opportunities in love, relationship-wise. This could be fiery hot opportunities in job-wise, whatever it is you're kind of out there looking for or needing. But I do feel like, you know, this is you, you're putting out those vibes, they're coming into you, those vibes, these opportunities. So I feel like you are going to be really and truly, you know, as we're shifting into that new cycle, we are going to be coming out of 15 years of funk and coming into something fantastic, right? So this is good, positive opportunities, movement forward. And it's going to lead to fantastic abundance. We have a 10 of Pentacles here. This is letting me know that if that's love coming in, that is going to be the support we need, or the second income we need, or whatever, to really make a game changer on our finances. If this is an opportunity coming into us for, you know, a job or a connection to get a job, could be both. Could be somebody who is both a romantic interest and a job opportunity situation. But I do feel like it is going to be really lucrative for us, because that 10 of Pentacles is letting me know that our finances are going to make a dramatic shift. Thank goodness, right? Can't beat that. So, but the last thing we do see here is the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is typically you know, a younger or less mature person. So I do feel like the one caution here would be, the cautionary tale would be that, you know, anytime that you see a 10 of Pentacles, I think we all know there's like that no money, more problems kind of situation. So I think anytime somebody sees us kind of starting to make some money, starting to get a leg up on funds, whether it's a cash injection, whether our, you know, our stocks start to come to fruition, or, you know, materialize, or our business ideas start to take off, or, you know, we start to get promotions, whatever it may be, right? And people start seeing you do better. A lot of times there are those people who will come around and they're only there because they want to be able to get a handout, right? They want to be able to kind of ride your coattails, right? And I feel like everything in me is just telling me that that's what this person is. I'm not sure why I'm getting that vibe, but I'm definitely getting this vibe. So this could be a person who is trying to cling on to you in a romantic sense. Because of that, this could be a friend or family member that's coming into you. You know, they could be coming in giving you a sob story. They could be coming in asking for loans. They could be coming in pretending they're your new BFF, new love interest, whatever. But I do feel like that if you've got somebody who all of a sudden kind of turns up that you really haven't seen much of or whatever, and they all of a sudden want to be, you know, in your mix, in your world a lot more now, after you start getting a little bit more economically sound, let's say, I do believe that that is a person you want to kind of avoid. So just keep your eyes open, okay? Because I feel like anytime that that happens, it seems like that it's not a good situation, right? It's not usually somebody bringing good news that really just wants to be there for you, because where were they before, right? So I just feel like the fact that you have this great opportunity, power, authority, fiery hot ability, this could be your energy, could be another person's energy bringing it to you, could be both match, but whatever it is, it's going to equate to some real you know, development of financial stability, abundance, and then you get this kind of person coming in, and I just feel like that is not a good combo. So do watch out for that. Now let's check out our challenge card here, okay? And I do think that the Page of Cups is going to be a challenge, but this could be somebody that, you know, is your Achilles heel too, right? Maybe somebody you just really find fascinating, interesting, fun, exciting, all of that. But try not to get too attached too, because this person could be very good at manipulating. So let's see what we've got here. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is your challenge on top of your Ten of Pentacles. And I think that is really perfect here, because I think the problem is, again, more money, more problems. Exactly like we said. So I think, again, because you are a person who maybe hasn't had a lot of opportunities to have maybe extra disposable income, maybe some extra money to do things with, okay? Maybe you've got a raise, maybe you got a promotion, maybe you got you won, you know, a suit, maybe you got, you know, a cash injection, inheritance, whatever it may be, right? However, you have become a little bit more cash flush, let's say. I think that for some of you, this is going to be a very difficult thing, okay? I think for some of you, you're not going to know how to budget it. You're going to be, it's kind of like feast and famine situation where you're like, you know, oh, now that I've got a little bit extra, you know, I want all those things that I've had to do without, right? And go overboard and end up, you know, not really saving, overspending, those kinds of things. So I think that's one situation that could happen. So I do recommend being frugal, being smart with your funds. If you know that you have no ability to finance, you know, be financially intelligent with things, or you know that you're one that's gonna splurge if you get your hands on anything. You know, you're that person who's already got that list of, if I ever got rich, I would do and like 6 million crazy things. You know, buy 75 donkeys, you know, whatever. Then maybe you should get a financial advisor if it's a substantial amount of money. If it's just, you know, a little bit more than what you normally had, a little raise or something like that, but it's giving you a little bit more, you know, pocket money, a little bit more, you know, disposable income, you know, really do make sure that you're not going overboard with it. You know, you don't want to be the Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation where he's already bought the pool and then doesn't have the money for it because things don't really pan out the way he wants, and he's having to have, you know, the whole debacle, if you've ever seen that show. So, okay, that's one hand. The other hand being, I think this money is going to be a challenge for you, because I do feel like it's going to bring in people like this, right? And you are probably very susceptible to people like this. You've never had to worry about, is this person my friend because I've got some money now, or connections now, or a new job now, or whatever, right? You've never had to worry about, is somebody trying to date me because I can get them a position at this company, or I can get them a loan, or I can, you know, lend them this money, or those kinds of things. So now you have this whole situation where, you know, you're dealing with people that may not have your best interest at hand, and you might be one to fall right into that trap because it's not something you've ever had to deal with. You don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to recognize it. And you may be very easily manipulated because these people are very good at that. That's nothing to say negative about you. You're easily manipulated. But it just means that they're very good at what they do. They can make you believe that the world, you know, sun rises and sets on you. You think everything's great and they're using you, right? So just be careful, because I do think that, again, this is like a mo money, mo problem situation. So to steal a line from Biggie, I believe. Okay. Anyway, so let's go here to your psychic energy and see what kind of psychic energy we've got on this King of Wands. I think it's going to be fantastic, but let's see what we can pull out of it. And we have the waiting game. So I do think that this is something that has been a long time coming for you, right? I feel like, you know, again, we're coming out of a 15-year cycle. And again, I feel like with everything I'm seeing here, it's kind of like this is something that you've been, you know, you have never really had this opportunity. You've never really had this kind of ability to have these funds, these kinds of things is what I'm feeling, the vibe I'm sensing, what I'm seeing, you know. So I think that this is something you've really waited a long time for, these opportunities, these people, these connections, these funds, whatever it may be, all of the above. And so I think you've put in the time. So I think, you know, now that this is happening for you, I think you need to make the most of it, but be smart about it, because again, this is your blessing, but it's also your curse, right? The money is your blessing, but it's also your curse. So those opportunities, or, you know, whatever gets you to that ability, you know, could be just as bad for you as it is good if you don't do it in an intelligent way, right? So let's see what we've got on those with the moon deck. And hopefully it'll give you some insight, some clues as to what might be a good option on how to deal with that. And we have creation. And in that specific deck, the specific deck, creation is about creating a plan, okay? It's about creating your plan, what you want to see happen, what you want to come to fruition, what your specific goals are. And I think that that is so, so, so important, because again, this is basically saying plan, right? What is the big picture? What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? So whether it is something where you got a little tiny raise at work, you know, or whether it is something where you got blessed with, you know, a huge inheritance or a huge law settlement, you know, legal settlement rather. It doesn't matter what, you know, what end of the gamut we're talking about here financially. The point is, plan it to be what's going to be the best for you long run, right? What can you invest in that's going to be the best for you? Is it a home? Is it investments that are going to benefit you, your children, education, whatever, right? It's basically kind of letting you know, this isn't a pleasure card. This isn't a go out and just spend and, you know, travel and get frivolous card. This isn't a, you know, kind of situation. This is more like, what is it that is going to create the path, create the life that you want, right? And this is long term. This is actually a map to your life of your dreams, right? So again, planning, creating, putting into place good financial practices. And again, I think that's like the warning here. It's saying, you know, do not just go willy-nilly with it. Do not just go haywire. Do not just go spending. Do not just go overspending. Do not just go handing it out, buying friends, letting people take advantage of you, because, you know, none of that is going to benefit your long-term goals, plans, life, right? So let's get you a final advice card here and hopefully close you out with a little bit of advice to think about that will hopefully help you moving forward. So let's see what we've got for you here. All right, so this says, gratitude is the life force of peace. What is it you're thankful for? And again, I think this is something where you should be very thankful for what you have. Okay, be very grateful for what you have. But again, be aware that, you know, you put in a lot of time, effort, waiting for these things. You are planning for these things. You're grateful for these things. So do not allow someone to just waltz in and take them away, right? Do not allow someone to, you know, play you for a fool. And that's no shade in saying that, because these people that kind of do these kinds of things, they know what they're doing. They're really good at that. And just make sure that you're being very grateful for what you have. And by being grateful for it, and by being, you know, thoughtful of it, being very, you know, the thought of it will help you to make sure that you're putting it to good use, right? That you're not just handing it over, spending it on random people, random things, right? Because you're grateful for this opportunity. You're grateful for this extra money. You're grateful for these extra things. So you're going to do better things with it, okay? And that's really important. It's kind of like every time, you know, if you're making a car payment every month, you're more likely to really consider how you're treating that car than if somebody just gave you a car, right? Because you're not paying for it every month, right? But when you're cognizant of, you know, how long you had to wait, how hard you had to work to finally get this, you're more considerate of what you do with it, right? So don't allow people like this to talk you into things that aren't smart, okay? And I think this is key. So hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. And also don't forget, if you do want a mug or a candle that is specific to a zodiac sign for you or a family member, friend, what have you, do check out my Etsy shop. I'll link it down below, and we can have those made in whichever sign is appealing to you. Thanks, bye.